Architectural Builders Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
We talked back in November about some hinges. I'm not sure if you remember. You probably talked to lots of people since then. And I think putting on the door, and I want a wide throw hinge, full mortise, for a front door of a house, going to be 180 pounds probably, and I would like ball tips on it. And it needed to be a 6-inch, a 4 something by 6, 4.5 or 4 inch.
Okay.
What you got?
Okay. 4.5. You just said 4.5 by 4. Do you want 4 by 6 or
no? 4.5 by 6.
Okay.
The door is 3/4. The door is 1 3/4 inch thick, so I wasn't sure whether it needed to be a 4 inch or a 4.5.
Neither is correct, because the weight of your door is way beyond what a wide throw would be expected to handle. How did you arrive at 180 pounds?
It's at least 150. It's a 3 by.
I don't know.
It's a 3 by 7 door. That's old growth pine.
You're going to need to determine the weight of the door so that we can draw on our industry resources to specify the correct hinge. Because, you know, what I would tell you for a 150-pound door is different than I'd tell you for a 110-pound door.
Okay.
And, you know, we can use guesswork, or we can use, you know, the real data. If it was me, if you expect the door to be that heavy, I would be specially. Is that considered a heavy door? That is an especially heavy door when it comes to a residential application for 3 foot by 7 foot.
Okay.
So me saying to you that it is likely not nearly that heavy shouldn't pass for you not actually finding out what the weight is. Like,
right.
use the bathroom scale. You know what I mean?
That's what I would do. That's what I'll do. All right.
Yeah. So, but to answer the question, if you've got a door that's reasonable in terms of its weight, 4.5 by 6 standard weight with ball tips. Yeah, or 4 by 6 would probably be okay, depending on the weight of the door. If it's heavy or if it's towards that 180 pounds, I would be ordering heavyweight hinges that are 4.5 by 6 or 5 by 6 is what I would do. Because wide throw hinges are not load rated; they're not weighted for weight at all. So, in absence of data that says, you know, here's what you use based on your width and your weight, you know, we've got to just overkill.
Okay. We don't need to overkill. I want to get more in the ballpark of where it needs to be. I will come back with, I've got a drawing of what I want it to do, which is why I'm doing it with a 6-inch wide throw. I just didn't have the weight.
So, how did you arrive at 6-inch?
Because when we talked earlier, we had come up with 7, and I was like, that's gonna stick out too much. So I went into SketchUp and drew my piece, do the diagram of what's going on there, and the door's an 1 3/4. I've got a 1/4 inch offset, back it in from the edge. And then the casing that it's got to go around is 1.5 inches, which gave me the idea of going, okay, I think it turns into a 6-inch wide throw.
Well, you have most of the formula correct. So it's door thickness minus your back set times 2. So you're at 3-inch. Plus your clearance, which it sounds like it's 1.5 inches.
Correct.
Plus your inset, which is likely 0. You don't need a 6-inch hinge. You might be able to get away with a 4.5-inch hinge. But It depends on the reveal between the edge of the casing and where the hinge barrel has to sit. So you might need to kick that vertical axis of pivoting out further to contend with the fact that the casing's going to be so close to the jamb that it's going to hit the barrel of the hinge.
It won't hit the barrel.
Really, because you're holding it back like a ½ inch or something, or
no. So it's a Victorian house, and so for the trim package around the door, I've got casings that are 3/4 inches thick, but at the bottom, it's got a bottom block. I'm not sure what the heck they call it. That's an inch.
It's called a plinth block.
Aha! Yes, a plinth block.
Plinth.
The plinth.
Yeah.
Plinth block is 1.25 inches thick.
Yeah. You got to. That's your dimension right there.
What? Is
not
it?
The half or not the 3/4.
Yeah. That's what I'm going around. So why do I need to go back and measure that, because I think it's 1.25 inches, but I've got 1.5 inches in the diagram. I need to go back and check that one more time. All right. So I need a weight.
Yeah, and you do, because you don't want to spend more money if it doesn't make sense. But
no.
I see why your casing won't hit the hinge barrel, because the casing's really not the problem. The plate block is what. Yeah.
The hinges are, the old hinges are 4 1/4.
Tall?
But, no. I've got a situation in the house where the doors originally were where the strike would hit the casing, and that's where it will lock at. And I'm redoing the front door, and I'm moving the door towards the exterior of the house, so I need a little extra depth, so everything covers. And the original hinges that they had on here were 3 3/4. That's what they were, in terms of left to right. So I'm just doing a little extra depth. Yes. So I need a little extra width to allow myself to push the door into the jamb as opposed to into the casing.
Yeah, so that won't, a wide throw hinge won't solve your latch bolt hitting the casing prematurely. You're going to need an extended lip strike to solve that problem.
I need to push the door. Correct.
You're not. Yeah.
What I'm not sure. I'm not using the right words. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, because you know why? You don't make a living doing nothing other than talk about doors. You know, your skill set is elsewhere. And
I make furniture.
When we talk about your skill set, it's something I know nothing about. So I would suggest that you, get a good weight on that door, and then draw up, give me a cross section of the wall, the jamb, and the door, and I'd love to see that.
Okay. I have a quote from you. Can I send it to that email?
You sure can.
Okay, I'll send that there. Yep, I'm glad you said something, because it's not 1.5 inches. It's only, this plinth block is only 1 1/4. Duh. And that makes a big difference. All right, cool. Thank you.
Thanks for calling, Jerome. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, good deal. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.